Too many rides here. Well, today we're starting a new project. We're not done with the 96 yet, and it's going slow. No hurry, except for I want to sell it. And I'm going to sell the 99 too. I bought it, tried it out once, and then just brought it home. But I did make a list of things I wanted to do to it after experiencing it on that one ride. One is clean it up. The previous owner had a habit of spraying it down with some kind of protective film, so I have to rub everything down and clean it up. Number two, he removed the odometer and put on a odometer blanking spacer. And I've got one to put on there. Here's a 2000, which I haven't even taken for a ride. I mean, I rode it on the street a little bit, but this is going to be my full-fledged OHV here once I get done with it. And it's got a speedometer that I'm gonna remove. It's not in the normal place because it won't fit if you have a steering stabilizer. So we'll take that off and make the 99 whole again. That's the project. Clean up the 99, put an odometer on it, and put it up for sale. 1999 xr600r, hardly used, unmolested, and ready to go for a lifetime of ownership to you. Alright, we're going to try to jack this up. There's a story about this bike. Some guy bought it and he had it plated soon after he bought it. This is back in 2005. He had it plated. And then they revoked his license plate, stating that it's a race bike. You can't have a race bike on the street. So they revoked his license plate, and he said, screw it. I'll just ride it in the desert. So I don't know if that's what he did or what all he did, but at some point, I guess he wasn't riding it much, and he gave it to a friend of his. He gave the bike. Wouldn't you like to be given an XR? So that guy had it, and I gotta think that he didn't ride it too much. He ended up selling it. He sold it to the guy that I bought it from. The guy I bought it from only had it 2 days, and I went and bought it. He bought it from the guy that got it for free for $800. I haven't done anything to it since I got it. It's just been stored. But the plan is to get it up and going, so it's just more and more XR work every time you turn around. I got the bike for $1,800, good deal. And this has a steering stabilizer on it, which is going to be great for off-road. The reason the guy ahead of me took the speedometer off the 99 is he's claiming that they break. The housing is made out of a cheap material that's easy to bust up, and he was stating how it was dangerous. So we have to tear the 99 down in the same way in order to switch the parts over. I can't put the front wheel back on the 2000 until I get this spacer. It's an odometer drive delete. So there it is. This would be the part you're looking for. Now, before I can reassemble things here on the 99, I've got to clean things up that are going on. We won't show that. Okay, let's see if we can get this back together before we fall off the stand. Gonna have to lube it up a bit. But first, let's clean it a little. So we have speedometer to put on. You gotta have the washer, and then there's this wire holder, and then the acorn nut. And the other one just takes a washer and a nut. There's an opening on the back side which coincides with a nub here on the fork. And what you've got is a clamp that lets the cable go through but holds it, and a screw that goes through into a nut that's embedded inside there. and a center spacer so you don't over tighten it. It's a waterproof bike. I think the next thing we'll do is start the bike up, get everything up and going. So I don't think I finished the story about how I got this bike, what it went through. The guy in Marin bought it new. He got it plated for the street. They revoked his license plate, telling him it's a race bike. You can't have that on the street. And so he had it as an OHV for some amount of time. I don't know exactly how long. And then he gave it to a friend. That guy sold it for $800 to his kid's friend. And I got it for $1,800. I thought it was plated. When I asked him, how come it has a license plate and a green sticker? He said, oh, the guy that had it found out he didn't really like riding on the street, so he just let that registration go and just had it as a green sticker. Well, when I went to try to register it, the license plate was not affiliated with the bike. It was out of the books, and it just didn't show up as this bike at all. So that guy lied to me. $1,800 for a plated 2000 that runs and really doesn't look like it's been ridden that much in the first place. Good deal. But in the end, it's $1,800 for an OHV. So I got a bunch of parts with it, extra parts and stuff. And in there was a bunch of receipts, and a guy who owned it, the guy who sold it for $800, his address was there. So I went and chased it down. And I found out that all the information I'm telling you now. So what I've decided, I didn't pay that much for it. The motor runs good. There's something wrong with the carburetor, and I'm gonna make this my OHV. It's got the steering stabilizer, and I'd really like to experience that and use it on the dirt. I'm gonna put it all, it had a dual sport kit on it. I'm gonna take all of that off and put it back to regular OEM Honda specifications, but with the steering stabilizer and those nice brush guards. Ready to ride, huh? This is gonna be good. But that's for another day. The agenda is to get the 99 up for sale, get the 96 up for sale. This will come later. Maybe maybe in the winter time? Next winter? I don't know. But I'm not doing it today. I just needed the speedometer off it.